Hello? It works now, doesn't it? Swear to God, it better keep working. Right? It's all good now. Let me change the scene and see if it's you know. Aha! We're still here. I'll take it. Rightio. I have no idea what the hell was that. So, apologies about it. Wavelink just decided to... I don't know what to do. I literally disabled everything that Wavelink was connected to and then reopened it and it still didn't work. So I have no idea what the issue was. But we're here. We're finally here and it's good that it happened in the beginning because that means without an issue I can just launch the game. The rest of the stream should be fine. Right? I believe that the rest of the stream will be fine. Maybe this is the, you know, a backlash. And a just preemptive backlash for what is about to happen to me in Genshin. We'll see. We will see. Jesus Christ. I generally would like to know, like, what is the reason behind Wavelink behaving like that? Because there has to be a reason, right? The question is what the reason is. And that is something that I have absolutely no idea. But yes, hello everyone, hello Swift, thank you for joining in, being patient with me trying to fix the audio, and hello there Liquid, hope you're doing well as well. How has your day been, guys? Hope it was not too bad and you guys enjoyed it, had fun. It is Wednesday, it is the middle of the week, I know. But there is a new version of the Genshin. Version 4.5 just came out. And, well, as some people have already pointed out, it seems like as if I am a Genshin streamer. Well, I do like Primogems, so that's why I'm streaming Genshin. If it didn't give me Primogems, I probably would not stream it as often as I do. I'm a sellout. Right. And since I'm a sellout, I should already have it launched. Let's see if this works. Well, the music is on at least. Hello, game. Why are you not showing up? That's what I would like to know. No? You're not going to show up? Oh, I know why. There we go. Now it should be good, right? Come on. Come on. Be nice.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse for the truth.
Jesus Christ, why are you so angry with me? Like, what did I do? There we go. This is good. Are you fine now? Is it okay for me to, you know, continue playing? Oh, lovely. It did not adjust. Right. Bum bum bum. There we go. Now my UID is open. Finally, we can play. Right. Jesus Christ. Took us 25 minutes to get here. but we are here. So today's stream, it will be probably a longer stream, 5 to 6 hours. I wouldn't mind doing that. I enjoy Genshin. I know that you guys love it as well. And we've got a bunch of stuff to do. On top of it, there is obviously exploring the new version. So what I think we shall do to begin with is to introduce what the new version has to offer for us. There is a bunch of stuff that I noticed already. First of all, training guide, which I had a bit of a look through before we started the stream, but it was... I don't know how useful it will be. Like, I noticed that a bunch of creators were already saying, like, oh, it's not that good, like, why is it there? We don't need it, and so on and so forth. But if you're going to look through it, it precisely just shows you your characters and what their character level is, what their weapon they have, and how we can enhance it, ascend it, or whatever. Basically giving you a look through what you're still missing. Which, you know, you can do it with throughout your own, like going through the characters and all. But this just puts everything in place. Allows you to quickly write down what you need rather than click through in each weapon and so on. So I don't know why they're complaining, a lot of creators. I myself find it useful. I don't know if I'm going to use it as much as I usually go through, because I already have written down this stuff. But yeah, there is... It's good. It's good. Probably they want them to focus on something else. Could be that. Hey there, Felcy Dragon. How are you doing? Hope you've been well. Oh no, it's the Ice Dragons, not Felcy. I am dumbass. I apologize. I just realized it's the Ice Dragon. Right. Can I have an excuse? You know, it's L and I. They're very similar. You know, no, there shouldn't be. That should not be an excuse. Ah, jeez. But how have you been? What have you been up to, if you don't mind me asking? And I always am curious to how people find me, so I can always, you know, give appropriate thanks to perhaps people spreading word that I'm live. Who knows? Right, so that's one of the updates that I noticed that I have added to the Genshin. The other is obviously the one and only hot up Chiori, which is not here, which is here. I must say, Chiori has a pretty bad luck. Similar to Yoimiya. Because there is a lot that has been... well, hyped. There is a lot that has been hyped before and after Chiori. Before we had Xianyun with Nahida, which plenty of people love Nahida, and obviously the new character Xianyun. Then we also had Raiden Shogun, another character that plenty of people would like to have. And after Chiori, we have, like in the phase 2, both Kazuha and Nuvi, which also are the characters that a lot of people would love to pull for. And even after that, we have Arlecchino. So I'm curious to look at the numbers that are going to pull up from these banners, from Chiori and Ito. Because I really doubt there will be that big as Genshin would expect. So, yeah, I'm curious about it. I'm curious. Whoever knew what they were doing, I don't know if they were trying to just, you know, cause Chiori to not be as used character or something. It feels as if they're just going to let it be. Like this whole version, at least I don't see much of an update to it. The big one that I'm very for is Chronicled Wish. Like straight up. The more characters show up, the harder it is for Genshin to create, I don't know, free banners, for instance, suddenly. And I generally feel like this is going to be good. Introduces 6 characters, introduces bunch of weapons, and you generally just pick what you want. So the new banner, how it works, is very similar to the weapon banner. If you pull for characters, which is also a nice thing, if you pull for characters, you will get characters. You will not get weapons. If you pull for weapons, you will get weapons. You will not get characters, which is also an interesting system. Much better than the standard banner has. Straight up. And additionally to it, if you pull for characters, there is obviously this 50-50 chance. But you will lose to only other characters of the current banner, of the current Chronicled Wish. So, for instance, if I'm going to pull for Klee, because I obviously want to have this adorable elf, I can lose to Eula, Mona, Albedo, Diluc, or Jean, or get Klee. And then next 5-star will be guaranteed Klee. So like a standard thing. However, as much as pity carries over, winning or losing 50-50 doesn't. So you have to be determined to pull for this banner until you get what you want. And I think, as much as obviously I would dislike the idea of, losing if I'm not going to have what I wanted, I still think this is a good option that they have implemented. Because if you think of their perspective from the Hoyoverers, they still want people to somewhat pay up in some way. And this sort of will guarantee them that people will try to buy it. Or they will be miserable and go on Twitter on Hoyolab and just spew how much hatred they have to MiHoYo and continue to play the game. But yeah, as much as I would not like to lose it, I always pull until I get the character. That's how I always rolled. So, and I will be pulling for Klee. I just don't know if I should do it now or if I should do it later. I think before we pull, I should actually test out the characters, because I am curious as to how Chiori plays. I have only seen bits and pieces of it. I have never actually seen her, I have not actually played her, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh, before we do that, the main, I think, part of it is having Chiori story quest, which finally there will be something in regards to Chiori, rather than just mentions and the event that happened, whatever time it happened. I don't remember. It was the Musketeer. Was it 4.3? I think it was 4.3. I don't remember. And obviously the hangar event of Lynette. Why not? Oh, that also brings me to it. Finally, Genshin listened and did that. Finally, this is the slightest change they could have done, and they finally did it. It actually shows you what you have locked, instead of having to click on it to see if it was locked or unlocked. Just a tiny change, but how needed. It was 4.2, I think. Wasn't 4.3 last one? No, 4.4 was last one. This is 4.5. We're currently in 4.5, Mike. But I still think it was 4.2, the Masquerade. The Musketeers, and not Masquerade, Musketeers. That's what it was. I'm lost, don't mind me. Aren't you supposed to be driving, Mike? Gosh, I can't go over the soundtrack in this game. Right? It's great. But yeah, hey there, Johnny, hey there, Mike. How have you guys been? What have you guys been up to? Right. What I was saying is we're going to test out now the new characters. Well, the new character. There's only one. I want Chiori, but I'm deciding to get her at Constellation 1 or not. How many do you have saved up? Ice Dragon. Because I'm pretty sure this will determine everything. 4.3 is the one I skipped and didn't pull on. It was... Who was it at that time? Who was 4.3? It was Yoimiya, wasn't it? No, Yoimiya was with Raiden. Nahida, Xianyun, Raiden, and Yoimiya were 4.4. 4.3 was... Who the hell was in 4.3? I don't remember banners. Right now I got 178 wishes. Damn, you're sad. At least to get Chiori. At C1, well, good luck. I wish you good luck. I cannot spare my luck to you, however, as I will try to get clean, so. 4.3 was Navian Chevre. Oh, right. Navian Chevres. Right. Yoimiya Raiden phase 2. Right, so who was with Shenyan? Oh, it was Yaimiko and Xiao, of course. Yes, now I remember. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, happy driving. Happy driving. Safe driving, Mike. Right, I'm going to tease you guys a bit. I'm going to test out the other characters. I'm not a fan of Bimbo. Bimboito. I'll just get over with this. And get myself some Primo gems.
Bam! Who wants some of this?
I guess you cannot say much about him. He is still a strong character. Strong Geo character. I never was fan of Geo, to be fair.
Attaboy!
Hey! Still pretty good.
Oni coming through!
Okay. Jesus Christ. Actually, how the hell did they build him? I swear to God if it's Noblesse again. Level 80, right? Weapon is his signature weapon. No, they did not actually. They actually built him. Husk of Opulent Dreams. Defense plus 30. Curiosity affecting the following conditions. When on the field, the character gains 1 stack after hitting an opponent with a G-attack, triggering a maximum of once every 0.3 seconds. When off the field, the character gains 1 stack every 3 seconds. Curiosity can stack up to 4 times each, providing 6% defense and 6% geo damage bonus. When 6 seconds pass without gaining Curiosity stack, 1 stack is lost. Interesting. Okay. This is purely for those who use a lot of geo attacks. Geo-based attacks, so it's not that good for Navia. Plus it boosts the defense, so... And C0, right.
Bam!
Don't waste my time.
Pull in! Everyone on me! Who wants some of this?
Okay, let's kill it. There we go. Dunzo. Other trial characters. Oh god, Goro. I feel so sorry for people who are pulling for characters in this banner, because I think objectively we can say
It's not.
that, well, all those side characters or 4-star characters are really not that great. Like, yes, Goro boosts your damage. Or your geo damage, if I'm not mistaken. But, like, then you have Eugene, supposedly a good as well geo, but there are better, I would say, alternatives to it.
As a dutiful maid would.
And then you have Dori, which I despise. It generally doesn't feel like this banner is any good. They just dumped a bunch of characters that they didn't like, or they knew they wouldn't give up or give as much profit as they would usually do.
Leave it all to me.
I don't know if it's just me who feels like it, but
As a good knight should.
I cannot see it any other way, to be fair. What do you guys think?
I'll catch up.
Is it just me just being weird, or
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
like, you know, they could have at least put Noelle in, but no, she's not here. To be fair, wasn't Noelle like not so long ago? I think she was.
Strike is one.
Rally!
As a good knight should.
It feels weird. It feels weird. Right, let's go through them quickly. There she is.
Nice and spicy.
Come a little closer. Blitz.
Let's sweeten the deal.
Let's spark things up.
There we go. Ow. And the time has come to see how Chiori plays out. Ooh, am I excited for it? Okay, let's see. Like I said, I'm not really fan of Geo characters. None of them really made me feel like, oh, I really want them. Because they focus on creating a shield. Everyone but Navia. So, let's see what Chiori's about. After using her elemental skill, Chiori will summon Tamoro to attack opponents dealing geo damage and execute an upward sweep. For a short time after her upward sweep attack, one of the following effects may be triggered based on the next action. Tap her elemental skill to cause the next character to take the field, and have Tamoro execute coordinated attacks for a duration. Wait, what? For a short time after her upward sweep attack, one of the following effects may be triggered based on the next action. Tap her elemental skill to cause the next character to take the field. I think this is the first time ever we have a character who switches to next character on the field. Or to take the field. And have Tamoro execute coordinated attacks for a duration. Tap her normal attack for her to gain Geo Infusion for a certain duration. While Tamoro persists, if any Geo constructs exist nearby or a Geo construct is created, up to one additional Tamoro will be summoned. Chiori's elemental burst deals Geo damage to nearby opponents. Additional elemental orbs will drop during the trial event. Oh yeah, that's what we know. Right, so if I'm going to do this... Oh, I see. Okay. 4 based attack. can also choose where Tamoto will spawn in. Oh, wow.
Don't waste my time.
And Geoconstruct is... Right. That's what they mean by Geoconstruct. So anything that character pulls out. So Chiori is not really that good with Navia. Because Navia does not create a Geoconstruct. So who is she good for? Ning Wang, Zhongli, Traveler. Who else creates a Geoconstruct? Okay, and if we're going to put this and do this, we have Geo Infusion. That's neat. Would Goro count as a construct? Well, that's the thing. I would like to count him as a Geoconstruct, but I don't think it is. He puts a flag down, I know, but that's the thing, like, is it a Geoconstruct or not? How would that be considered? Same with Yunjin. She also puts down like it's not really a flag, but... So, I wonder. Right. Obviously, our weapon, Brocade Bloom Shrine Sword. Normal attack damage is increased by 16%, and elemental skill damage is increased by 24%. After a nearby active character deals geo damage, the aforementioned effects increase by 100% for 15 seconds. Wow. Additionally, the wielder's defense is increased by 20%. Golden Troop? Yuppie said increases elemental skill damage by 20%. Fair enough, since she focuses on using elemental skills a lot. Increases elemental skill damage by 25%. Additionally, when not on the field, elemental skill damage will be further increased by 25%. This effect will be cleared 2 seconds after taking the field. That works well with her. If she focuses on using Tamoro to spawn in, switch to a next character that will be Geo that can create a construct. She has 2 Tamoros that will deal additional elemental skill damage by 20% and then by additional 25%. And then another 25%. This is very good for her, yeah. Constellation. What is her constellation like? AoE of the Automaton Doll Tamoro summoned by Fluttering Hasur is increased by 50%. Okay, that is big. Additionally, if there is a Geo party member other than Chiori, which probably people will get, Fluttering Hasur will trigger the following after the dash is completed. Summon an additional Tamoro, only one additional Tamoro can exist at the same time, whether summoned by Chiori this way or through the presence of a Geo construct. Triggers the passive talent, the Finishing Touch. This effect requires you to first unlock the passive talent, the Finishing Touch. I can see now why the Ice Dragon goes for the C1 Chiori, because this is big. For 10 seconds after using Hyoku Twin Blades, simplified Automaton Doll Kinu will be summoned next to your active characters, a character every 3 seconds. Interesting. Kinu will attack nearby opponents dealing AoE Geo damage equivalent to 170% of Tamoro's damage. Damage dealt this way is considered elemental skill damage. Kinu will leave the field after one attack or after lasting 3 seconds. Okay. Increases the level, obviously. For 8 seconds after triggering either a follow-up effect of the passive talent tailor-made, when your current active character is normal charge or plunging attacks hit a nearby opponent, a simplified Automaton Doll Kinu will be summoned near the opponent. Okay. It's similar to the first one, just from different reason. Increases, and after triggering a follow-up effect of the passive talent tailor is made, Chiori's own Fluttering Hasur Hasore's cooldown is decreased by 12 seconds. Wow. Let's unlock the passive tailor-made first. Interesting. In addition, the damage dealt by Chiori's own normal attacks is increased by an amount equal to 235% of her own defense. Wow. Okay. Yeah, 4 rapid strikes, charge attacks, unleash 2 rapid sword strikes. Dash them before with frequent steps. Once this dash ends, Chiori will summon the Automaton Doll Tamoro beside her and sweep her blade upward, dealing AoE geo damage to nearby opponents based on her attack and defense. Holding the skill will cause it to behave differently. Aiming mode, yeah. Slash at nearby opponents at the intervals, dealing AoE geo damage based on Chiori's attack and defense. While active, if there are nearby geo constructs or geo constructs are created nearby, an additional Tamaro will be summoned. Makes sense. And this is the combat talent. Twin blades leave their sheaths as Chiori slices when the clean with the clean cuts of a master tailor, dealing AoE damage. Oh no, this is her burst, right? Tailor made. This is the Kinu, isn't it? Tapestry switches to the next card in the roster. Grants all your party members seize the moment when your active party members' normal attacks, shard attacks, and plunging attacks hit a nearby opponent. The model will execute a cardinal attack, dealing 100% of flattering Hasore's upward sweep damage as AoE geo damage at the opponent's location. Damage dealt this way is considered mental skill damage, yeah. Right. The finishing touch. Nearby party member creates a geo construct. Chiori will gain 20% geo damage bonus for 20 seconds. And passive talent. Oh yeah, this is very interesting passive talent as well. When any party member is wearing an outfit apart from their default outfit, or is wearing a wind glider other than the wings of first flight, your party members will obtain the Swift Stride effect, increasing their movement speed by 10%. So it's nice to see that this is any party member, meaning that you can just choose one person that you don't like. For instance, if you love the default wind glider, which I doubt there is that many people who love that, and have them on every single character, you can just switch to one that you don't really used to run around, so... yeah. Interesting.
If you really like standing around like this, then why don't you just model for me? I'll design some wonderful clothes for you.
I must say, I love her voice actress. That's for sure. But okay, let's do it. Right. So, are you hacking or are you not, Tamaro?
Give up.
I think they are attacking, but it's just like... oh yeah, they are. Okay, I see it now. Just very low intervals, I just noticed.
Delicate as silk.
Whew. God damn.
It's nothing.
I pressed the wrong thing. I think you just need to get used to her attacks, to be fair. Hello.
Don't waste my time. Scatter!
Now that looks like a sub DPS to me. Straight up. Now I wonder who she should be, or who she could be good for. Zhongli is straight up just a shielder. He's a support character. Navia is the main DPS, but she's not really working well with Chiori. And she doesn't have geo constructs. Yunjin and Goro both are supported. I think Ning Wang is the only one who could be a DPS. I wonder about Ito. Will the Bull Chakra be considered Geo-Construct? I don't think so. I doubt. It feels like as if there is not an actual main DPS for Chiori. Or what you will do is use Chiori as a main DPS while having Zhongli as a support, obviously the shielder, who will instantly create a Geo-Construct for Chiori to strike. That could work out. That would be better. She could be considered a main DPS. Interesting. Well, whoever is pulling for Chiori, good luck. I wish you all the best. And let's hope you get it as soon as you can. Oh, the Traveler Geo, yeah. Yeah. Pog, is that Genshin? Yes, indeed. Hello, Jordan. How are we doing? She looks like she'll kick a raccoon. Yeah. I'm happy my Dungeon Master said this during session. I love you as a friend, but in D&D, I just want to kill you. Why do all your tricks work? You just love pissing off your DM, don't you? God damn. Right. So now that this is out of the way, I really wish they would already give us events to do, but unfortunately not. I still wonder if I should pull now for a Klee, or should I just wait and do it later? Either later today or later in another stream. Yes, I do. Well, this time it was his fault. If he just shut his mouth, then it would have never happened. Okay, what? What do you mean by that? We gotta have another Jordan story. Oh, God, look at Klee. So adorable.
These bombs, so heavy.
Yeah, then just drop them in the pond. Oh well. Yeah, I'm really hoping to get Klee, and if I'm going to lose 50-50, I just really hope it is going to be Eula. Those are my hopes and dreams, and I shall not have them be disappointed. I already had audio issues. You know what? I had cutters today. Already with audio issues at the beginning. But I suffered enough, okay? I think I should be allowed to get my wishes, right? You predicted it? Did you really, Mark, you were saying that you were going to... that I have audio issues? What I missed, we were just testing out characters so far, so nothing much to be fair. But yeah, I think I'm gonna pull now. Like I said, I had audio issues. And confirm selection. Can you change the selection later on? I wonder. Cancel pop. Oh, you can. Nice. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there is so many things you can get out of it. Right. Well then. What should we say to someone clean? Actually, let me check my... Oh, wait. Does Chronicle wish Oh yeah, Chronicle Witch does not have the same pity as the other ones. So I'm starting with 0 pity. Makes sense. Makes sense. I wonder what next will be the Chronicled Witch, like what characters will be from which region, because it seems like it's regional. Maybe Liyue. Watch there be kuching in that one. But hell no, I'm not going to put my intertwined feint for it. Unless, well, Ganyu and Shenhe, but they should pull for their weapons. That's what I think will happen. I told you that you would have some issues with stream for like 15 minutes, and then your greeting would be like 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how long it takes until you start, and then I'll be able to join again. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. It was an issue. Yeah. What should we call in for Clay to show up, right? Oh, I know, Klee. Uncle Kaya is with us. Do you want to say hi to Uncle Kaya? I'm sure he's going to be very happy to see you. Come on, Klee, come home. That didn't work. Maybe Uncle Kaya is not the one that she's looking for right now. What is her boom booms called? Oh god. It's called, stringless, right? Oh god, what is it called? Tell her Jean isn't mad at her. Clay, come home. Jean is not mad. She doesn't know anything. Humpty Dumpty, that's what it was, yeah. She doesn't know about you blowing up the lake again with Humpty Dumptys, okay? It's all fine. No, it's not. Oh well. I did not want you, Kaya, to show up! I would... Oh god damn it. The previous call was not for you to be with us. Aren't her and D-Look friends? No, Sonny. D-Look is as furthest away thing that can be from Klee. Like, Klee thinks of D-Look as the weird grown-up. So, maybe he's leading her. Oh, right, he's going to show up, she's going to show up right after Kaya, right? Come on, Klee. You're going to show up after Kaya, right? You're going to do it? No, she's not. Wine and Song. That's a new one. And we got Barb. Are we going to get 4 stars from Monster? Is that what this is? I have not read about it. Right, let me just quickly get both those twin fates. That's not what I wanted. What is it? What is the info about it? Details. Yeah, there it is. Oh no, doesn't show much. Okay, what is it? Right. No. Okay, doesn't say anything about it, but interesting. Right, a phone, what do you want? It's been constantly just yelling. Tell her brother Albedo wants to see her. Klee, Albedo's come here to... Oh, got a minute. Klee, Albedo's here to see you. Come on, show up! It might be just monsters, characters. It's gotta be. It's gotta be Mondstadt's characters. There is no way there is 4 in a row, like 4 stars from Mondstadt. There is no way. It has to be Mondstadt characters. Which, actually, I'm happy with Lisa. And Barbara, not really. Kaya, definitely not. But it's nice to see it. Okay. I think I like it this way. Who else is 4-star from Mondstadt? We have Rosaria. Do I have anyone from Mondstadt that I don't like 4-star that I don't have? Is there any? I don't think so. Please, Mondstadt, right? Yes, she's from Mondstadt. It's easier way to get those 4-stars. Yeah, Mika. I think I do have Mika. I think I do, but I cannot be 100% sure about it. Right. Let's see. Maybe instead of inviting her, we need to threaten her. Klee, the D-Look is coming for you. He said he wants to show you something in the winery. I don't know why I make it so creepy, but... If this is it, I'ma laugh. Oh boy. I think the next one is the one, isn't it? Oh no, one more.
Captain Eula Lawrence, Spindrift Knight, Knights of Favonius Reconnaissance Company. I extend to you my greetings. Huh? What's that? Yes, Lawrence, the evil aristocrats of historical infamy. Oh, we're still very much evil. Just look at me. I'm infiltrating the inner ranks of the Knights of Favonius, all as part of a diabolical plan to exact our revenge and reclaim our former glory.
They do be yapping though. But yes! Yes! Eula is here. Lovely. Eula is protecting Klee from D-Look. Oh my good god. Is Eula good? As a physical character, physical damage, yes, she's very good. She's the best physical character. I either way wanted Eula because I just like her design and I like her as a character. So I'm happy that I lost to Eula, as I was saying at the beginning of the stream. And we got Mika as well. Both cryos. I'm completing my cryo collection, apparently. Eula Fies will save life. Oh my god. But yeah, at least now, we have a guaranteed Klee. So, you know. I don't know, I don't have to show. Right. Oh, Klee. It's not D-Look now. Gina's also coming. She heard you. You destroyed plenty of more fish. No, she's not scared of Jean. Right. What is this weapon? The Ali Flash. Did they make new weapons, or is it just like... I don't know. Weird. Radio. Klee, run! Eula has fallen! D-Look is coming! He's closing in! Nah. It doesn't work anymore. It only worked once, you know? She realized we were just faking it. We need to find a different approach now. Wait, what about her mother? Hey there, Shura, how are you doing? How have you been? Maybe offer her candy? Well, Kali doesn't go for candy, does she? I don't recall her going for it. That's not creepy, Mike. Wait, now hold on. You were trying to bait me in? Is that what this was, Mike? God damn you, Mike. Right. Okay. Maybe instead of getting other cartoons involved, Klee, why don't you just say hello to me? I'm a new person. I know you're not as a shy girl. You definitely can defend yourself, as after all, you're a Knights of Favonius. Why don't you just, you know, say hello to the new friend from Mondstadt? I'll be living here. How about that? Will you say hello? No? Fuck me? Okay, yeah, sure. You say so. Jesus Christ, more Mika. Can I get more Lisa? That's who I wanted to have more of. Right. I'm clear, I have candy in my basement. Okay, that... No. Mika wants to help you as a new friend monster. Oh, jeez. Righty-ho. Klee, Lisa found a new game for you, specifically for you. You want to come join and hang out, you know? Have some fun? No? That also doesn't work? Jesus Christ, you're a picky girl, aren't you? My god. Favonius Lance, hell yeah. I don't know if I have R5 yet, but this is good because I use it for Shenhe. Alright, let me just buy those up. Because, yeah, we're running low on Primogems as well. Yikes. Are Mika and Klee friends? Do they know each other? As far as I'm aware, they do not really know each other as much. But yeah. Who else could be Klee's friend? Amber? I don't know. Amber and Eula are here, I guess. You know, say hello to them. What up? Please? No? Jesus Christ! She really doesn't want to come in. We scared for this. Why you so close? Why are you? I hate you. Get out. Out of my sight. God. I actually don't know if I will have now for the 10 pool. I have barely for a 10 pool. This is the last 10 pool. Maybe don't say anything. I'll be quiet now. Oh no, this is bad. This is the first time. God damn it, Klee! I don't even know how many times I have pulled now. Was it 80? It might have been 80. So that means that I just have to go around and start at least around Fontaine or around Chenyu Vale, doing some work when it comes to collectibles. So that's what I'm going to do next. Well, we almost got it. We almost got there. I guess my luck was immediately just removed after getting Eula instead of anyone else, like Mona, for instance. God. What am I doing here? So, yeah. I'm not complain too much. C1 Lisa. Right, where is Barbara? Oh, I have C5 Barbara. Really? I couldn't get her at C6 game? Did you really have to do it? And there is Eula. Look at her! I really enjoyed her story quest. It was nice. Alright, and C3 Mika. Like, of all characters that I could have gotten, why Sucrose, which is already C6, why Mika, and why Kaya? Give me Barbara and Lisa, please. Those are the only two that I care about. Yeah. Tila will get vengeance. She will go after D-Look. Right. Yeah. Like this. Actually, you know what? Let's do one 10 pull. One more 10 pull. Maybe Kuching will show up. One other one. Come on. Kuching! No, nobody. Okay. It is what it is. I generally do not expect much. And we got what is Favoni's sword, yeah. It is what it is. You know what? I swear to God. If this is going to be Klee. No, it's not like Klee. You're right, they should have given you Bennett? No. No Bennett. Hell no. Right. Favoni's Lance. There we go. Oh yeah, there is the new thing as well. Let me just unlock. Unlock this one. Unlock Favoni's Lance. What other weapons do I have higher level of? Or more of, I should say. Not that many. Okay. Let's level those up. Or refine those. But Bennett! I don't care about Bennett. I don't use him. I'm not really into pyro characters, so... It is what it is. Imagine the fight between D-Look and Eula. I would rather not. Half of Mondstadt would be gone by that. I'm not being rude. I'm just stating facts. I just don't care about Bennett. It's not being rude. It's being straightforward. There's two different things. That's all I think. Right. Plan for today. Outside of pulling for Klee, which we still did not get her, unfortunately. We gotta continue the story quests. I mean, come on. We have left off with Yelan, and we've got a bunch to do. We have literally a lot to do. So, let's get to it. We've been live for an hour and 20 minutes, so... Yeah, I think we are going to go for a while. Calculated Gambit. Let's do it. I'm going to lie, I also don't care about Bennett. Hey, not everyone has to care about certain characters. It is what it is, Mac. You can you can give him more love from us, you know?
Traveler, Paimon, it's been a long time.
Oh, hey, Hoishin. Long time no see.
He's okay, he is. Like, he's a okay character. Like, he's there, he exists for me. Like, I'm neutral towards him. I just don't really care about him, to be fair, so... Like, I don't think I have that many favorites when it comes to pyro characters. The only one that I can think of is Dia. And that's it. And Klee, obviously. Those are like the two that I'm really, you know, into. When it comes to backstory and all. A bit of D-Look as well. No, Yanfei, not really. Like, Yanfei is not my favorite. Like, I use her because she's a good pyro catalyst. And I like her as a character, but not to the degree of like Dia and Klee. Or D-Look for that matter. Like, I have plenty of more likeness towards, obviously, Cryo characters. There is a bunch of, when it comes to Animal. When it comes to Hydro, it's Kokomi, Nuvi. Well, this is for Hydro. I think that's only 2. Dandro, I don't have really that much. Like, there is Kolei, obviously, but outside of Kolei, I don't think there is anyone. Oh, and Kave, yeah. Story done surprisingly not chaotic. Oh, right, those are the DM that I'm getting. Let me see. Oh, boy. So let's go through the Jordan's story of his D&D session. Slow session this time, was quite boring, but picked up quickly later on. Session starts, and it was mostly just prepping stuff. Next mission was an ocean shore. Not much to be honest, so we decided to swim in an ocean. We got on rock, and a friend cast a spell called Tiny Hut, which creates a hut around us that a large creature but us can get it. Yet we can still shoot the spells out. Okay. I swim down and fire the chest. Once I grab the chest, 3 sharks attack. I managed to get back into a hut and no sharks can get us. After 2 hours of a battle, the sharks still can't get to us. Dungeon Master was getting slowly pissed since he can't use the shark's potential. I opened chest to confirm soul, but an octopus was also in there, making DM happy. Something finally is going to happen. I rolled an at 20 to close chest with octopus and stuffed the chest into a bag of holding, making it useless. So you literally just pulled the middle finger to the end. Portal opens up, but we need to run far to get to the portal, so I run out and get close to it. DM says, finally, as he gets to move 1 shark towards me and attacks. He misses, but DM just gasps in excitement and asks me, are you not full health? I say no. Making him excited, he gets to use Shark's ability Blood Frenzy, which lets him attack with advantage to targets not at full health. He succeeds in an attack, but that reminds me, as a bard I get spell called Silvery Barbs, which forces creature to roll a check again, and he must use the lowest roll. He misses, he cries. Second shot attacks me as well. Misses once, but second roll succeeds. However, whenever we play D&D, I just want to kill you and your stupid tricks. Oh wait, no. However, my friend is also a bard, and he also uses Silvery Barbs. Another member in the team runs up to me, launches me into a portal, causing sharks to lose interest and swim away. DM says, quote, I love you as a friend, but whenever we play D, I just want to kill you and your stupid tricks. So while it was a slow start, that many things we got was the soul and octopus/seafood. The fact my character is still a kid and now can go in magic shops with an adult due to a failed scam attempt and a pissed off DM. Moral of the story, don't clap before the results come in. No, I think it's more summarized than that. Don't piss off your DM. That's all you need to focus on. Oh my good god. Jesus Christ. Right. Let's do Yelan's story now. More tame this time, you think? Still sound pretty chaotic to me. Oh, right.
Fancy meeting you here. How's work these days?
Thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues like Ganyu, better all the time. But I've been feeling distracted at work lately. I just feel constantly agitated.
Has something happened?
It's a long story. But my father, he's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position due to health issues.
Huh? What's wrong with Uncle Tian?
Nothing specifically. He's not unwell. He says he's just increasingly low on energy these days. He's always said, old age comes for us all in the end. Still, I just can't help but feel a little emotional watching it happen to him. Anyway, my father's currently on the second floor of Yangsheng Tea House. Why don't you come pay him a visit with me? He seems very fond of you, too. I'm sure chatting with you will make him very happy.
Sure, let's go.
Must say, I don't remember Uncle Tian. Or Tian. Like, I somewhat recall him. I think it was during... Oh my god, it was during what it was. Was it quest with Kaya? It was a hangout event with Kaya, but not much outside of that. Hello, old man. How's it going?
Uncle Tian, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Oishi, why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea?
Yeah, I don't recall his voice whatsoever.
I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories.
Well then. We're more concerned about your health, Uncle Tian. Is everything okay? Wait. Yeah, apart from me giving him the middle finger at all times of his excitement, if he never asked me about my health, I would forget about the silvery barb spell and would have let it hit me. Damn.
Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite alright. It's just the years gradually catching up with me. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak. Especially recently, I've noticed a rather drastic drop in my energy levels. I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liyue Qixing. Historically speaking, the Tianshu rarely appears in public. We stay behind the scenes, planning and giving advice, so a public selection process would not be suitable. We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces, so we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their candidate of choice, and this is then approved by the other Qixing members.
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang, and the other Qixing appoint them?
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as assessment officer. In fact, I believe you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yelan!
Jackpot. Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
What do you think?
It is a good opportunity, but I'm not really interested.
Makes sense. After all, whoever the next Tianshu is, it doesn't really make any difference to us. Still, Paimon's really curious to see which candidates Uncle Tian picked, so let's go take a look.
All right then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety, too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Wait, what?
Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, have a pleasant conversation. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house.
Now hold on. Not only, after telling you Uncle Tian about the recent adventures, you turn to the
You're
entrance
all
of the
set?
tea house. So not only does she possibly plans to be next next set of, well, one of the members of the Echising, she also bought out this establishment. There's no way.
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingbo, and Zhi. Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingbo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and travel. Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei, Mingbo, Zhi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's
question.
leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
That might be a bit difficult for me because I am quite sleepy, but we'll see. Right, let's get to it. Alright, to get all the way up there, Jesus. Let's teleport. It will be easier that way. Righty-ho. More time than last D&D campaign. My character in the campaign was the chef of the group. So the upside was my character in roleplay was actually a great chef giving meals that boosted morale and health, both RP and battle. Downside was the character was a lizard folk, someone who will eat anything and viewed anything as food. And the amount of food I stockpiled into meals ranged from fish, cows, T-Rex, moldy crab, a human arm, a thigh of a white walker, octopus, a snake, an unlucky lizard folk, etc. Jesus Christ.
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
Oh, I mean, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine. They're not the best quality chairs, to be sure. But under the circumstances, it would be better than nothing.
Jesus Christ. I don't like this guy, Qianwei.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived.
Oh, it was those 3?
Mm-hmm. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process.
Right.
I've split it into 2 stages: current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow, one of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues.
I have a feeling that Shan Wei was the one that brought this huge pile. With drastic changes to be made. How many hours did you get last night? I don't know, but it was not much, honestly. I woke up like, what, an hour and 30 minutes before my alarm? And I couldn't fall asleep. So, yeah, that's great. The White Walker file has a funny story to that, but that's another story for another time. The unlikely lizard following my food pile is kinda due to my D&D backstory inherited from my car.
There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
So we are supposed to read through them? Oh my good god. Okay, G's manifesto. Let's see. G manifesto covers domestic affairs for... Oh, god damn it. The focus seems to be problem solving. It provides concise and clear solutions to various problems. It's so thick that you only have time to skim through it roughly. Can I read again? No, I cannot. Okay. Shanwei's manifesto addresses many commercial issues and provides some very penetrating analysis. His views seem to be that regulations and incentives are both indispensable. Okay, and Mingbo's manifesto. Mingbo's manifesto covers domestic affairs quite comprehensively, focusing on people's livelihoods. That's good. The core principle seems to be the greater good means a world that works for everyone.
Finished, huh? What did you think?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets.
What did you think, Yalan?
That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing 2 entirely unfamiliar faces. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp. It was written with an expert audience in mind, after all.
He's rude.
Mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact.
Man, your communication skills. Did you learn them from Cloud Retainer?
Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about. With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
After asking Shenwei some questions, Yalan tells to fetch me.
Is it my turn?
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled, 2,347 cases. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, 16 days? My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for, auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
He's stuttering, he guilty kill him. No, he's just put in front of people who are very powerful. Everyone who has some self-conscious would, you know, be stressing out about it. Not self-conscious, just, what is it called? Not arrogant, but yeah. The White Walker story, I had to go back in the D&D channel dating over 2 years to remember what happened. Also Ranger sleep. Jordan, it's easy to say, you know? He's stressing because he's hiding something? No! Yeah.
Is it just Paimon, or is he not very good at public speaking?
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
He's not really confident. Yeon forces her way through some questions, okay.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
I'll be honest, I forgot what's happening in this, so I just assumed this is a... We're not in Fontaine. We are just choosing an next Tianshu, which is one of the 7 members of Liu Qixing, which is basically like a prime minister and their ministers. That's about it.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
So the next king? No. Tianshu, this one is not a king, nor prime minister or anything like that. He's one of the side. Like one of the lower ministers, I guess you could say. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say lower ministers, because all 7 have the same power. All of them vote on things and choose what's going to happen and what not. So, that was blunt.
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach 2 very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
I see. Jordan, imagine if you were going to build a, I don't know, storage. So, first you need to know what size. You need to know where you want to build it. You need to know the costs of it. Who needs to be hired to build it, and so on and so forth. This is what Liu Qixing does. They vote, they decide, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. They're just basically the ones that are like the top of the top. So. And Tianshu is just position in Liu Qixing. That's about it. He looks like someone who would embezzle funds from an orphanage. Oh, wow. That head is giving me that vibe. Jesus. I don't like the first guy because he's arrogant. The second one is having difficulty with public speaking. Thankfully, Tianshu doesn't do public speaking much. They just speak up in their own company, mainly. And this guy is overcomplicating things from what I can see, so...
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results.
So is it, and my word is final? All 7 words is final. Yeah, that's about it. That is 7 Tianshu. So.
If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
After asking Jie a few questions, Yelan sends him away.
Great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical, and he was just a pleasure to listen to.
Meh.
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto, which effectively target the big issues.
Yep.
But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings. Minghua's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented.
Yes.
But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Minghua is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Yep.
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree more. You're good at this, Yelan.
Last but not least, Zhi. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Zhi take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great!
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
So I guess it won't be Mingbo whatsoever. It actually will be Ji, which he, well, did plenty of this work, I guess. Oh, no! No, Madam Pink, I didn't want to talk to you. Who's Uncle Tian? Is he corrupt like the last two? No. Uncle Tian is the guy that is giving up the position of Tianshu. That's why there is this new election for the new Tianshu. That's why we're going back to him now. Because he was the one who ordered that he needs somebody to check out the new candidates, possible candidates. And he sent us there for it. You tell Uncle Tian about the assessment process.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
All right, then let me ask this. The ideas in Zhi's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now. Those 3 candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Qianwei went on to focus on his business, and Mingbo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Zhi was with me for the longest duration.
Whoa! So how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tien?
Qianwei was referred to me by an old friend. Mingbo came to my attention in the course of my work. As for Zhi, that was pure happenstance.
Does she gamble? Because I see it dies on her clothes. It's either she gambles or is recovering addict and keeps the dice as a reminder not to gamble. None of those. The only thing she gambles with is the enemy's life. That's all she does. I don't recall exactly the reason why dice is connected to her character. I'm not really familiar with it. I'm not really familiar with her backstory as much. So, yeah. She's a sneaky agent. So she is an addict. She views everyone as an enemy. I guess, yeah, you could say that. But I don't think she's an addict.
We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics. Juri came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner. He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and noticed how quickly he got on.
Okay, I hate the fact that you guys can see my cursor. Why is that? Oh well. Should I change that? I should. I know what that will do. Let me just quickly change that. Give me a second, chat. There we go. Now it should be better. Question: have you watched the movie Son? No, and I will not. I don't really like it. I watched clips of it, but it was dumb. But yeah. Sounds like he's a friend to you.
Quite. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see. But it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old. How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me. Having less energy than I used to isn't such a bad thing. It just means I finally have a good reason to retire and spend my days doing what old men like me should be doing. Going fishing whenever I feel like it.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tian.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any preparation required.
Galen gambles with people's lives, aka she kidnaps them and forces them to play dangerous death games. They win, they live, they lose, they die. Okay, she doesn't kidnap them, but the rest is true. Though if they lose, they die, or if they win, they just go to jail. I guess you could say. I guess that would be a good summary of what character she is.
Fresh fish soup. Sounds tasty.
Doesn't it? Also, some time ago, Juri purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Juri always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance. The addition of these makes the soup taste even more wonderful.
So she does not kidnap them, but the death games are true. Jesus, I need to get back into Genshin. I want to see the death traps now. She uses strings to capture enemies, by the way. Like, a lot of strings, so...
That flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances I have left to taste it again.
Very many chances, I'm sure. Does she have trophies? What do I mean by that? Oh, like their heads or something? No, I don't think so. I don't think she collects trophies.
Oh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian, we've reported back. Do you have a verdict?
I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities. Remember, you must be thorough.
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after yourself.
Can make trophies clean no dragger. Ti får Yelan outside of the house.
It's gonna be Jiri, right? His manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Huh? So, are you gonna give them more tests or something?
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear.
Yep.
The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You have to get information through many different channels. For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
There they are.
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they come from?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not here right now.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Jiri?
Jiri, well, obviously as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there. You can find out all kinds of things.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
Ooh.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go and ask him.
Paimon being smart. Would you look at that? Right. 105 meters. Not far off. Let's get to it.
What's Bulai do?
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in at this price. How am I supposed to turn a profit?
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Even so...
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead, and neither of us wants that.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price. I'll take all your stock. Don't sell a single one to Second Life.
He's been cheating.
What are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any ideas.
Now get yourself out. I've got more than enough in my bag.
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Jiri. Have you heard of him before?
Jiri? Yes, he's quite well known. I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family. He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyo Boutique.
Oh, he sounds like a decent man. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
Why are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... that's Juri right over there. Why don't we go and talk to him?
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Linlong. Come on, let's follow them and listen in. Try not to let him see you. We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
Oh, boy.
Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
That was way too close.
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Right.
Thank you very much, Miss Linlong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Juri seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like everyone thinks Juri's a great guy.
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go check out the wharf where he usually goes fishing.
Everyone has some dirt.
Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Juri because you want to be Tianshu yourself, are you?
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
We will? Well, come on! Off to the South Wharf we go!
Paimon, you're way too easy. Jesus. Oh, there's no one to press. Paimon. Whatever we will do with you. Actually, you know what? Let me change the goddamn party. Get a different one. There we go. Now that's the party I was looking for. Haven't really played much. But well, when it comes to Xianyun, it is.
Skyward! Scatter!
Paimon heard the word food and fell for it. Yep. Good old Paimon!
The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
Skyward! Scatter!
Wait, what? Oh. Not up there, right here. Hello.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
We're here to buy some information.
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the, Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone. We've heard about this young man called Zhi, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yeon made up a whole fake identity without batting an eyelid!
Ah, yes, Zhi. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, if there's anything to that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
This doesn't sound good, does it now?
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for one or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
Wow, she switched identity again!
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal. Stay out of my business.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey. We've heard about a certain Zhi who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently. Do you know anything about this?
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some food. But still to this day, he doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. I mean, he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few mora. So, I wouldn't be surprised to find out he's been selling a few fish. It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business. Don't tell him I said that.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once, briefly, and I just had a feeling that he really cares what other people think of him. I think he has pretty low self-esteem, but hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. What he's achieved already puts most people to shame. And nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want to upset him, that's all.
I see. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Not a problem. And just for the record, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the price of my fish.
The more times you
right.
say it, the less convincing it becomes.
Doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. Okay, let's keep going.
I mean, to be fair, did you guys hear his slogan? 300 for one fish and 1,000 for free. Usually when you have a bundle, you lower the price, not increase it. Oh, jeez. Right.
Yeah! Skyward! Hey, it's you guys! Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah. Honored to meet you. What brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows everything there is to know. Hence, we sought you out to ask for your guidance.
Really? People said I know everything there is to know?
But of course. We also heard that Master Dugu is a kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Wouldn't you normally get more fish for a higher price? What? What are you on about, Sunny? Talking about the bundle now. You know how they or sales they have free for the price of 2 and so on. You know they lower the price, the bundles. He had 300 for 1 fish. In the bundle, you pay free. You pay for free. You pay 1,000. 1,000 divided by 3 is 333,33. That's more than 300. So you pay more for buying more fish. Which is dumb.
Great! So what do you wish to know? Nothing happens on this street that I don't know about.
Now she's lying to a kid.
I guess it's a white lie.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name of Jur-E?
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about these days? I've heard many tales of Jur-E. For example, I can't remember. Probably because it's nothing that important. I prefer stories about sword-fighting heroes.
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this. Do you remember roughly when the grown-ups started talking about Jur-E?
Oh yeah, I know that. It was about 2 or 3 months ago. Before that, people always used to talk about Jur-E in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly everyone started to like him. Sometimes he gives me candies, so I'm glad that people are starting to like him now.
Just as I thought.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking about Jur-E stories in the street. They seem like nice people.
Oh, definitely.
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And I guess I can share some of my candies with them too.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Genshin Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi to them.
Thank you, ma'am.
She tricked him.
Well then, fare thee well, Master Dugu.
Until we meet again.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Yes, I heard it.
Strange? What was strange about it? Jur-E seems to have a great reputation. Uncle Soon and Uncle Gao spoke highly of him, and Dugu Shuo seems to like him too.
True, but the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from? It almost seems too good to be true.
Sudden? Too good to be true? What do you mean?
So he returns cruelty with kindness, and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide hear about him wherever they go. That's a little over the top, if you ask me. Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Jur-E's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond that, he wasn't interested in the details. That's the reaction I would expect from any normal person. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Jur-E has only been happening within the last 2 or 3 months. His childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor, none of these are recent events. So why are these stories only going around now?
When you put it like that, it is kinda strange.
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Jur-E was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far as I'm concerned. The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling, or paying off debts. I don't think he has the mora to pay for a publicity campaign.
Yep. Someone's helping him. Or maybe he's working with someone. I told you he embezzles funds. Yeah, could be.
Right. And that changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the Liu at Xixing. That's the worst-case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
Someone's trying to gain influence over the Qixing? That sounds serious. What should we do? Even if we asked Juri about it, surely there's no way he'd admit it.
Question, you're researching the last guy, right? Yes, indeed.
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Don't worry, I've got a plan.
He's working with the Fatui.
Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan after taking office, their manifesto tells us their stance on key issues. Whoever is secretly helping Jur-E must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. So, we should be able to find some hints in Jur-E's manifesto on who we're dealing with. Come on, let's get back to Yanshang Tea House.
Well then. This whole thing is getting more and more interesting, I must say.
Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Scatter!
That telling on me to go up. Whoopsie. Oh yeah, okay, good.
Jur-E's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add up will be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one, I'll take the other. When we're finished, we'll put our heads together. Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the results before long. So we have to get to the bottom of this as quickly as we can.
Yikes! We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tian might think of Jur-E, the fact remains that he's one of his favorite students. Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious. We'll have to look carefully and think critically.
Will there be a new mechanic?
Even though Yelan took half, this is still a lot to get through. Well, we gotta start somewhere.
Read chapter roads. Let's do roads. I think this is one of the most important ones. Oh, okay. The treacherous terrain around Huanggang, Stoneforest, and Qingyun Peak means the area has weak transport links. The sheer mountain peaks are connected only by rope bridges. They are dangerous to walk on and wholly unsuited to the transportation of goods. Those areas are rich in medicinal herbs and ore deposits. Building a road network around the mountains would be beneficial for everyone. Covers plans to build roads and bridges. Right. Interesting. Okay, read chapter rock. Much of Liyue's folklore suggests that the Rex Lapis left a great deal of wealth in the mountains of Liyue. However, due to obstacles hindering the excavation operation in the chasm, many projects have been called off. The workers of the Black Cliff Forge have been idle near the Golden House for a long time now. They should be given first refusal if any suitable projects arise. Covers mining tunnel construction and ruin exploration. Right. Read chapter C. Due to a variety of factors, sea storms have become stronger in recent years. I suggest we set up a special patrol unit to deal with sea monsters. The fleet should consist of the following. Covers various issues related to coastal defense. I don't see much when it comes to coastal, like, sea time, chapter. The rock chapter, either he pays favoritism towards one group that is currently on idle, or it's just because they're idle. And the most that is, like, interesting is the road one. Because, right, yes, there are rocks and there is medicine herbs out there, but at the same time, those bridges are quite sturdy, aren't they? Oh well, stop reading.
Oh, this reading is giving Paimon a headache. Let's take a break.
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yeon's little helpers, Shanghua! If you're back, that means you finished investigating Tianwei, right?
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another trick up my sleeve.
Don't drag this out. Just tell us your findings.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Tianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive appraisal of him. The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Tianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works. Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked around and found out that almost all of Tianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested in protecting it at all. Tianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trade secrets. It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact that someone like that can still make mora is pretty infuriating when you think about it.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business to make mora, but instead...
to validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand experimentation.
I'm back! Huh? How come you're here?
Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess superior skills and am always one step ahead of the competition. Well, when you're the competition, at least.
You... whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with you. If I hadn't had something else to take care of on the way, I would have been back long before you.
Jordan, that wasn't the same guy. That was a different guy Shangwon talked about.
Lady Yelan, I have finished investigating Mingbua.
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Mingbua struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous, especially when he's chatting with strangers. But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him. On the whole, the feedback from the Ministry of Civil Affairs was very positive. He always considers the things that everyone else overlooks.
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs' appraisal of Mingbua at all exaggerated?
I don't believe so. Mingbua is someone who has slowly but surely earned the reputation he has today. According to Miss Yu, the ministry often gets Mingbua to take a final look at projects before they're implemented. People feel much more confident in something if it has his stamp of approval. Oh, and also, there was once someone in the ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Mingbua gave them the scolding of a lifetime. Apparently, he can be terrifying when he loses his temper. I haven't seen it for myself, though.
Mingbua is the fatty that couldn't get his words out. That was the second one we interrogated. Or investigated, or whatever you want to call it.
Whoa, that's hard to imagine.
Like I said before, things are not always as they appear.
They're not guilty. They're trying for Tianxian position, that's all. They're not guilty.
Ah, so that's what you meant by that. Paimon's starting to get it now.
Thank you both. You're free to go now. So, have you finished reading the manifesto?
We still have a bit left.
You finished reading the manifesto with Yelan.
I can't see any immediate problems looking at the individual entries. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Chengshu Pool redevelopment plan.
What's that?
Chengshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought havoc there, so there are even more secrets buried deep underground. At some point, a rumor began to go around that there is great treasure buried beneath Chengshu Pool. A long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing, a mining team conducted an exploratory excavation there.
So, did they find any treasure?
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The only way they could have gotten through the solid rock would have been by blowing it open with a special kind of explosive. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time, so the excavation project was shut down and the treasure became a mere legend. Zhi-Yi's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems extremely risky. It seems out of step with the rest of his plans. Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure. The treasure hoarders, the Fatui, even local Liyue factions. Did you find anything?
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Did we read anything similar in our half of the manifesto?
The Black Cliff Forge, the rock chapter.
Oh yeah! Zhi-Yi said the Black Cliff Forge workers should get right of first refusal if any suitable projects come up.
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer. So Zhi-Yi wants the Black Cliff Forge to excavate the treasure of Chengshu Pool.
Does that mean the Black Cliff Forge is Zhi-Yi's secret supporter?
No, not likely. I've looked into the Black Cliff Forge before. They aren't involved with any powerful factions at present. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth to put so many resources into a risky project like this. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Black Cliff Forge, we should see where they lead. We may well find something new.
Shenwei and Mingbok both turned out to be completely different than what we thought. What about Zhi-Yi? Is there another side to him too?
For sure. That's what I'm saying, like, I think Mingbo will be better. To be that. Like, he's just being shy, that's all he's basically... It's the only issue that they have with him. That he's just being shy. But he can stand up to his points, he's very thorough with his work and all. Like, I'll choose him over anyone else.
In this era of fair winds and gentle rains, one needs not marshal the winds. Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
This is the Black Cliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
Well then. Nothing of note happened today, nothing of note happened today. Payday, 3 new recruits joined. Can't believe people are willing to join us at a time like this. One of the newcomers is very skilled. He got made the team leader. Nothing of note happened today.
What's this? A diary?
From the back, it looks like a ledger, but it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think? These newcomers, who could have sent them?
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there, one of them's already been promoted to team leader. At this rate, by the time the Chengshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground.
Would having a shy person like him be a bad idea in position? I would say that no. Like, Liu Qixing does not make that many public appearances. Plus, there is 6 others who could take up the job when it comes to making any form of official meetings or anything like that, so...
Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavation project, at most we would maybe do a fresh background check on the place. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance. It was a clever move.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure.
Yeah.
So, who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there for now.
Well then. Hello, Iron Shoulder.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills unbelievably fast. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. But they never let us join them. I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it, let them at it.
Interesting. Let's go talk somewhere else.
I don't think they were drinking. Galen takes you to a quiet
Looks like our
place.
hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. I'll wager they've been going to intelligence updates.
Uh-huh.
Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck.
Well then, let's do it.
They went that way! Hurry, we gotta catch up!
I don't think the catching up is the part that we need to focus on, to be fair. Right.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Treasure hoarders? No.
Just as I thought.
Maybe.
They didn't go to Liyue
Close.
Harbor. They went that way.
Oh?
The footprints stop here. But, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that abandoned house.
So lucky that we got to reach the destination they were aiming for. Strange traces. It looks like there may have been a fight here, but it's hard to say for certain. This was the work of a professional, but who? Good question. Compacted mud. These stripes and dirt were likely made by a bamboo mat. That means someone slept here. But the bamboo mat is nowhere to be seen now. Means they're no longer here. A fire that burned out. Something was burned here not long ago. What else? What else for us to know? there it is. You find a fresh fruit pit in the pile of leaves. It seems like someone was here recently, but you can't find any more clues.
Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. But all the evidence has been destroyed. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash left now.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge? They've got to go back there sooner or later.
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously abandoned now. To me, that says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
Darn! Guess this is where our trail runs cold.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in.
Oh.
Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different odors when they're burned.
Really? Paimon can't smell anything. Do you smell
anything? I smell a very gentle fragrance. Of what?
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate where there's nothing but ice as far as the eye can see. Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing.
Fatui.
When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind.
Najnaya. Defatui!
Exactly. The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with. But it's all I need. Now I know who we're dealing with. I can plan our next move.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Who are you?
It's the last guy.
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Jur-E's regular contacts. Since Jur-E likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around. I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Black Cliff Forge when he got back. If there'd been an ambush waiting for us there, it means we'd have had some backup. So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Jur-E before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Black Cliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
Well, Uncle Tien said that Jur-E once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me.
Uh-oh.
No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on some solid evidence. Well, any suggestions?
Catch them red-handed when they meet.
Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Jur-E, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, so tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some groundwork.
Groundwork?
Yeah.
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Especially when he thinks he's about to win. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next.
Try
Be sure
and
to
do the
arrive
Black
on time.
Cliff Forge
You won't
thing.
want to miss the show.
That's going to be interesting. Oh boy. Let's... Oh, I need to wait for another day, don't I? 9 to 11, right. There we go. Perfect. Almost. Okay, chat, we will do the Yelan story, but after that I'm going to end the stream because I am tired. I'm like... barely holding on, I must say. I'll have to get some sleep. Nap or something. Hydration! I don't have water with me. Oh, I gotta grab it. Okay, give me a second. Oh, I got it. Now we're good. Right. Let me just pour myself a bottle. Perfect.
Peace prevails throughout the land, and all things are made new, as buds in the spring. This is an auspicious era for humanity.
Rightio. Voila. Okay, there we go. Time to watch this show,
Yeah.
or whatever it shall be.
Skyward! Scatter!
It looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment process. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tian entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me to give him a satisfactory answer.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchanges with other people. Mingbo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough, and because of his personality, he struggles to win people over. In contrast, Zhi is evenly balanced across the board, and enjoys an excellent reputation in Liyue. After much consideration, I have decided to recommend Zhi to the Liyue Qixing.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become keenly aware of your great talents. Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future and taking on some of my workload?
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
Yeah.
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhi, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment. I hope you will work hard and make Uncle Tian proud.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like to join me?
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Zhi seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow him.
Hey, traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I don't?
Yeah.
If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
I, also wouldn't mind knowing.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave!
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
After finally persuading Shenwei and Mingbo to leave,
We finally got rid of them!
Lady Yelan, Jury has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
So Jury really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
money.
Difficult to say, but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
I mean, come on, like, money persuaded so many people already. Why do you think you wouldn't do that for money? The role you were saying is quite a high position. So...
I'm sorry, Lady Yelan. We lost him. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates? I guess Juri didn't let his guard down. Still as vigilant as ever.
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being watched.
But how?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection is not an unusual skill for him to have. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine. So, where did you lose him?
Shinue Kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that it was him, but we couldn't get close enough to check without blowing our cover. I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest him there and then, but without any evidence, that would have been meaningless. So I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Shinue Kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually. The key is figuring out what he's trying to achieve. Let's go to Shinue Kiosk.
Well then. This is getting more interesting.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even ask him about it?
Our customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I have to question him?
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a little bit strange?
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop him.
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he buy while he was here?
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it up.
Liquor and wineware. I see. Let's go.
Where to?
Shigu Antiques.
I guess another part of celebration? Maybe? Huh.
Hey, Miss Linlong. Sorry to bother you. Zhi ordered a wanware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So we just had to come and take a look for ourselves.
Sure.
Which model are you looking for?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Jur-E's choice. Would you be able to show us the one he bought?
Jur-E picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a luxury item. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock, and now that Mr. Jur-E has taken one, I'm afraid it may encourage the price to go up a little.
Don't worry, price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing. Did Jur-E's wineware set include wine glasses, or...?
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr. Jur-E bought 2.
Okay. Thanks, Lin Long. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first thought. We'll have to mull it over.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now. All right, see you next time.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without being seen.
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility. What's your excuse?
Fair point.
Yelan, so has the plan failed? Oh, if we can't figure out where Jur-E went, there's not much we can do. But why was he buying liquor at Shinue Kiosk anyway? To celebrate?
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
First of all, Jur-E isn't much of a drinker. On some level, he hates alcohol because of what it did to his father. If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let alone buy a pair of special wine glasses. No, this is a victory feast, held in honor of Jur-E's private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status, hence the need for expensive-looking wineware. Now, where might we find Fatui who match that description, I wonder?
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the Northland Bank.
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many people as you need.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move? If so, you can count me in.
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Jur-E may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true for his drinking buddy. In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Jur-E bought that liquor for and follow them instead!
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Jur-E is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else Jur-E might be going. I want eyes on those locations.
I mean, with so many Fatui interfering with whatever happens in any country, you would think they already started a form of a war. Like, what? It's ridiculous.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Jur-E may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch on the movements of all Fatui officials.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night. You should go and get ready, then meet me at Yanshang Tea House.
I guess we'll wait for the night. Oh no, never mind.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Come on, make it! Hey, there we go.
Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Jerry mentioned in his manifesto.
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we gotta go get them!
Let's go. If my hunch is correct, we just might hit the jackpot this time.
Now, this is going to be interesting. And I think there is going to be fight involved. These characters are not specifically built for fighting yet, at
This
least.
is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into
Yep.
the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me.
Really? We have to go down there? I could just fly from the above. What is this? Oh well. Okay. Where? Oh.
There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't guarantee we'll be safe once we're underground.
Oh?
The workers left an emergency access route. If we can find it, this will be a much easier journey. Still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here.
Yeah, right.
By the way, Yelan, where are your 3 little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them, but they'll join us later.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it. Hell yeah. Geo. Eh. Well done.
Gotcha! Quietly now.
No, that's what I wanted.
Busted!
No touching!
No starting off with Shenhen? Nah.
Expected. But this shouldn't be too much trouble.
I want to play as much Yelan as I can. Because, well, I'm not going to really... Like, she's not a bad character, I just not really enjoy her as much. Ah, there is Yuzuho.
You guys see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Ji. Looks like he went through that door. That must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's hurry!
Let's do it. Oh, but we probably need to open it somehow, don't we?
This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight. Trying to break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way.
Either we need to just push those somehow? Maybe? Oh. Maybe not this at all. I don't know what those are for. Oh, close.
Take it easy.
Oh, that works. Oh boy.
Quietly now.
Born of ice and frost. Transfiguration.
Busted. Take it easy. Gotcha.
There we go. I don't really understand Yelan, to be fair, when it comes to character. Like, playstyle-wise. What to do with her and all. Maybe I should read about it. Because we'll do it in a moment. Uh-huh.
The water's gone down. Hey, look! Is that another way through?
Think we could guide water or something? Oh, who knows? Okay, let's see. Yelan! Officer weapon Aqua Simulacra. HP is increased by 60%. When there are opponents nearby, the damage dealt by the wielder of this weapon is increased by 20%. This will take effect whether the character is on field or not. Noblesse, as always, C3, right. Exclusive broken as a coordinated attack. If it will fire an additional water arrow with it, will deal 4% of Yelan max HP. Oh, she deals damage based on her HP. Interesting, okay. Max HP, all parties members. Interesting, okay. And Mastermind State. Normal attack will be special breakthrough barbs. Will have similar abilities to our normal ones, and the damage dealt will be considered charge attack damage. Okay, interesting. Right, so a normal attack. Perform up to 4 consecutive shots. Charge attack performs a more precise aimed shot with increased damage. While aiming, flowing water will accumulate on the arrowhead. A fully charged torrential arrow will deal hydro damage. Breakthrough. Yelan will enter a breakthrough state after spending 5 seconds out of combat, which will cause her next charged aim shot to have 80% decreased charge time, and once charged, she can fire a breakthrough barb that will deal AoE hydro damage based on Yelan's max HP. Fair enough. Fires of a lifeline that allows her to move rapidly, entangling and marking opponents along its path. When this rapid movement ends, the lifeline will explode, dealing hydro damage to marked opponents based on Yelan's max HP. Swiftly engages in continuous swift movement, during which Yelan's resistance to interruption is increased. Right. Each opponent marked by the lifeline when it explodes grants Yelan at a 34% chance to reset her breakthrough state. Nice. And AoE hydro damage, obviously. So yeah. Pause the character around and will initiate a coordinated attack under the following circumstances, dealing hydro damage based on Yelan's max HP. It can occur once every second when your active character uses a normal attack. Will occur each time Yelan's lifeline explodes and hits opponents. Right. Yeah. Oh, and having various elemental types increases Yelan's max HP. Interesting. Good to know that. Right, so what shall we do now? Is a good question. I wouldn't mind getting Yelan, but like I said, I don't think I would play her much. Okay, more of those is needed. Right. Just smacking them back. I missed.
Quiet for now.
There we go. Damn. Oh wow. What? They hit me? Bastards.
Busted! Things are about to get dicey.
Oh, wow, okay. So she's similar to Yoimiya in that sense, isn't it? Wow. And lasts for quite a while as well. Interesting, okay. I do like that. Right. Let's continue onwards. Oh, I did not mean to press that. Apologies. This is really a massive labyrinth. Oh. Is there still something here? Okay. Like, I know she's great for exploration. That's for sure. Based off of her attack right now.
Take it easy.
Oh, okay, I see. That's what oh? There we go. Had a feeling something would be like that. Okay, we're done with those two. Now, what will be next is the question. I'll get some water here. Aha. Ah. Nice. I presume we need to get those golden things.
The waters flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
Oh, she took massive damage. I don't know why my space didn't work. Is it a good position? Yes, it is. Okay. Right. It's gotta be like that, right?
The door is open. Let's
Aha! But seeing how he was...
Let's wrap this up.
But seeing how he was easily just walking through the gate that closed after him, I think he might already be wrapping up the meeting. Oh, hello. You're a big guy, aren't you? Yikes. Yeah, that's not...
My will and... We're waiting. Skyward! Scatter! Rest and rebuild!
Ow.
Quietly now.
Ow.
Gotcha.
That hurt.
Game's up. Fine, Silver. Take it easy.
Yeah, this deals quite a bit of damage, doesn't it? Holy! Last increase attack from... No, Shannon doesn't increase her attack like that. Oh, hello.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. I'm impressed. Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
Checking if it's poison.
Oh, sorry, that went down the wrong way. I've never drunk anything this strong before. It'll take me some getting used to.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
I'll do my best.
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one glass? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup. Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Uncle Tian.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. We appreciate all your hard work. But, I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison and came up with the idea of delivering it through fish soup. What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result. How did you think of that?
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have been able to fool Uncle Tien.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tian Shu. Of course, this is as long as you continue to do as we instruct. Aside from Qingshu Pool, we also have some other requests for you, which we will inform you of in due course.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
Did you hear that? It was poison! That's why Uncle Tian hasn't been feeling well recently. It's all Jurye's doing. What a nasty guy! Seize him!
Paimon.
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Take a picture of Gigi drinking with Yusupov.
Excellent liquor.
How many times is this man gonna say poison? The way he says it, like he stresses the word so much.
We've seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of Qingshu Pool. It's been a real headache for me. But soon, everything will be taken care of, and I can report back on a successful mission. Thank you, Juryi. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I said to you?
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu, no matter how hard I work. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think you were absolutely right.
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow wider over time. Just look at your two competitors. Qian Wei had wealth. Ming Boa had reputation. But you had nothing. You were just another nobody.
Is he poisoned too? I doubt.
That's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Rather, he's poisoned, but with a different kind. More of an alcohol-wise.
Yes. I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaining. Hey, keep up the good work, and I can assure you, you'll never have to worry about Mora again. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around as much as you want. How about that?
Uncle Gao said that Jur-E has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time, so the Fatui persuaded him that he should act while he can. Do you have any more film in the camera?
Plenty.
Then get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Jur-E plays his hand.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink my fill. Make sure to get me home safely afterward.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can bring you some more next time.
Whoa, this is the good stuff. It is great.
Yep, he's drunk.
What the?
And poisoned now, I guess. Suddenly the Fatui official seems to be in pain and slowly drops to the ground.
Jur-E, you poisoned my wine? But when?
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov.
How could you?
How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison my own teacher. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't want to bow down to anyone ever again. And that includes you.
Oh, jeez.
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand? If I disappear with no explanation, the embassy will come after you. They'll get to the bottom of this. Mark my words.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge. I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives, the ruins will collapse, and everything will be buried.
What do you hope to?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become one as the truth gradually reveals itself.
Oh,
the Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the treasure of Qingshu Pool. But things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the accidental deaths of the entire crew. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all on a rogue operation by you. It explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan immediately. I guess then, I'll be Tianshu in my own right, with a clean record and well out of the Fatui's reach.
Jur-E, do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui has a record of everything. That includes the poison, all interactions between us, even my trip here tonight. After I die, they'll come looking, and they'll get to the bottom of this.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second-in-command, Theophan?
Uh-oh.
How do you know about that?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him. He has been eyeing your position for a long time now.
That traitor! Jur-E, you...
Shh. Relax. It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want. And anyone else in the know is either my accomplice or about to be taken out of the picture. Sweet dreams, Mr. Yusupov.
Oh my god. Oh, we are coming out of the hiding as well? Okay. Hello.
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. The game's up. We were here the whole time and have pictures of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Miss Yelan. I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within. If it pleases you, Miss Yelan, I'd be only too happy to have you join me in investigating this matter.
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle Tien's. Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave it there then. Time to go.
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. I should have been more careful. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much I can still guarantee.
Right.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment in the future. I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origins, what other choice did I have?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know that Yelan works with Ningguang. And I'm hero of Liyue. I don't need your help.
You still don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think?
What do Uncle Tian think? Uncle Tian has always trusted you.
Exactly. Jur-E, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tian ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you threw it away in that moment.
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tian was always going to give you this opportunity, even if you'd done nothing at all. Out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
That's enough! That's enough.
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan, but you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jur-E these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Spy for for them against Fatui. Yalan, subordinates take Gigi and
Sorry,
Yusupov.
things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yenshang Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals.
Yep, yeah, okay. Be careful.
Don't worry. As long as they're willing to cooperate, this'll be a straightforward deal. Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
See ya, Yelan. Damn. Yeah, if we need a ranking of sadists, Yelan would definitely be up there somewhere. Straight up. Oh, she does it to gain advantage. So. Why did I get bonged? What? Why? For what reason? I have done nothing wrong. When did we get this emote? A long time ago. It's been there for a while. The moment I announced it on Discord. Don't remember it. Look up in the Discord announcements. There should be a date there. I don't remember specifically what it was. When it was.
There is now no
Welcome to the
poison
army,
left in
warrior.
his system. But recovery from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
Thank you for the follow, Art Beast. How are you doing? Hope you've been well. And if you don't mind me asking, well, how did you find me? I was curious as to how people figure out where I'm at. And if you don't mind, please share what have you been up to today. I'm always curious to know that. How's it going? It's going good. We've just been chilling, and we're about to finish Yelan's story. And yeah, and after that I'll have to get some sleep, because I am zoning out quite a lot. If you don't mind me asking, do you need some arrow for a channel? No, I don't need, and I would advise you to refrain from doing something like that further, as it is not nice. So, yeah.
Dr. Baiju, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years. It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more serious.
How did they successfully secure such a seldom-seen poison? It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful. Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Uncle Tian will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself while you're recovering.
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much.
So many different people to meet today, huh?
You're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve this situation. I'll have to make some tea in a moment. You simply have to try it.
Baiju needs to cough as he walks away. He wasn't really running, so I think he'll be fine. Are you feeling any better?
Yes. The exhaustion seems to have gone. My mind is steadily getting clearer again.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after all. My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position. But Qianwei and Mingbo both have potential.
You have my gratitude. People can change their loyalties easily. I've always known this. But whenever it happens, it's still a dismal experience.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tien not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tien. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Zhi. Normally, the Yue High Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that right, Uncle Tien?
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. But I have to be responsible with the position of Tianshu. When I first met Zhi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. So I secretly investigated him. I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He just saw me as an ordinary fishing friend. In the end, even he changed. But when did it start?
What if none of this had ever happened?
I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. Family background and fame mean everything to many people, but I don't attach great importance to them. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things. What I really admired about Zhi was his intelligence and resilience.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy, and very cautious. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Zhi was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Xinyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison, and he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard down before delivering it to him. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the liquor. Wow. Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Zhi would have drunk the poisoned wine himself, and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
But that's still really dangerous.
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put himself in harm's way to achieve his goal.
How is Zhi now?
Well, I mean, he's sitting in a jail cell. Like Yanfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price. Still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yes, Zhi's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates as soon as I realized. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting. I thought I might have the chance to catch a big fish.
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off the hook at the last second.
Uncle Tien? Yeon? What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Zhi colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tianshu selection process. With Yusupov in our hands and a statement from Zhi, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second-in-command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options.
So this was your real plan?
Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well, did your plan succeed?
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone, along with all the evidence.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved. The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my next mission.
I guess we get a little bit of an insight on what is happening with the Harbingers. And it's more than just, you know, Tartaglia, Signora, Il Dottore, and Arlecchino.
I have to ask, Yelan, do you have any desire to take over the position of Tianshu yourself?
Yeah. No, she doesn't.
I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tea House. In my estimation, you are more than competent.
Oh, that. I was obviously joking. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's excitement. Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get involved in anything truly clandestine or face any real danger. All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go. I'm heading off again in a few days and I still have to prepare.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know and you to find out. But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure before too long.
Yeah.
See you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot of people are watching you for a lot of reasons. If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tian. After the recent turn of events, I'd say he owes you one, wouldn't you?
Christ. Yellen is something else, and I love it. I like Yellen. She's nice. You already dipped? She won't even let us talk to her? Of course she did. That's typical to Yellen, isn't it? Oh well. That was indeed an enjoyable story quest. I liked it. It was fun. There is a bunch of others that we have to do. Obviously there is Kazuha. And then we will move on to Sumeru finally. Oh boy. That is a lot. She had somewhere to go and people to see, yeah. And eventually we'll get to Fontaine, which will be very eye-opening, I guess. Yeah, I still need to finish those. Gotta get my money for a Kali. I want to know how many I actually pulled already. I think I should be able to see now, right? It's been an hour. Let's see. Okay, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 62. Right? Yeah, it's 62. So we're not even that far. God damn, it's 62 and I did not get Klee. Oh. Or 67. Is it 67? Or 62? I don't know. Something close to that. Ah, jeez. Right. Without further ado, I think it's time for us to say goodbyes. Like I said, I am quite tired. I've been dozing off. And it's not a good sign. It definitely is not a good sign. I think I need to catch an up or something. Oh boy. I'll figure something out. Right. Without further ado. Go to bed, not catch a nap. I'll catch a nap. It will be fine. I still want to do something. Right. Like I said, without further ado, let's see who is currently live so we can say hi, hello to them. And send you guys on their way. Right. There is nobody from the Nerd Hub, is there? No, I lied. There is Matt Ozar. We have not raided him in a while. And he's currently doing some art. So let's raid him. Let's do that. Right. He's currently an egg. That's great. I think you guys will enjoy him. Right. Let's do this. Copy the raid code. If you don't have emotes, use the second one. We'll see each other tomorrow with some Hogwarts Legacy. We will be doing side quests, as I have been told that they might be locked after a certain quest. So that's what we will be focusing on. So, yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining. It was a pleasure to see you all here. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-byes. Love you all. And see ya. Ranger out.